What's good, y'all? Welcome. We back for another episode of The Muscle Hustle. Make sure to subscribe to all social media handles and YouTube especially at The Muscle Hustle Podcast on all social media handles, okay? Subscribe, click, all that jazz, all right? I'm here with my homeboy, geeked up about this one, all right? My homeboy, Khali, is up in the building.
Yo.
Khali, what's good?
Hey, everything is good.
First and foremost, hold on, before we say anything else, happy Ghana Independence Day to you.
Appreciate it. Look, you see I'm ripping.
Listen, I'm wearing red, so I hope that counts. You know what I mean?
You good.
But you know.
For sure.
You know, we're still rapping.
We rapping, regardless of where we
Regardless, you know what I mean? You actually just came back. When's the last time you went to Ghana? Because you just came back, right?
I just came back in December.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. How was it?
I wasn't able to stay for the whole dirty December, but you know, when everybody was out there, but it was good. You know, I went back for the loss of my grandmother.
Okay, sorry for that.
But it was still a blessing at the same time. You know what I mean?
Always.
To be able to help her with her passing, you know, be there with the family, be there to support, seeing everybody from all around the world.
Yeah.
You know, because my grandmother was a queen mother.
Mm-hmm.
She was a queen out there for 41 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
So my grandmother's a chim. She is from Winneba.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. History. Was that wasn't the first time you've been?
That actually, but I was supposed to go so many other times, but
That was the first time you touched down.
That was the first time I touched down.
Oh.
The way life happens, something always happens.
Comes up. No, it's true.
And I felt so bad because the last time I saw my grandmother, I told her I'm coming there to come see her. You know, last time she was out here in my house in the U.S. and we were kicking it like that. And so I felt bad that I wasn't able to go before she passed. Yeah.
I feel that.
But she felt my spirit. Our spirits are all connected.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
This right here isn't the end. We're just in the flesh.
That's just the flesh.
You know, our spirit is within and, you know, it carries on.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
You got to see family.
Right.
Family that you don't know, of course. I'm pretty sure.
A bunch that I did know.
Okay.
And some that I didn't.
Yeah, because listen, if you know anything about Ghanaians.
Yo. Family, extended family is
I'm afraid to date any Ghanaian, period. Because I just really do not
know. You don't know.
It's crazy.
It is.
But listen, I really, really I'm appreciative of you coming. You know what I'm saying? I thank you for actually making the time to come out and whatnot.
Of course. I got you, girl.
You are known, Khali. Khali, you was known. Okay.
What you mean?
Listen,
what you
not
say?
like
What
that.
you mean?
Don't be just saying, but like you're a man. From what I've seen, you're a man of many hats. Okay. And it's a good thing because it's just like it just makes you. What's the versatile?
Multifaceted.
Multifaceted.
Yeah.
That's a good word for it. You know what I mean? How did that come about? Like this is something that you just always wanted to be known for, or just dipping and dabbing and just
the hustle.
Listen,
the hustle started from youth.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to sell candy at school. Yo, I used to go around the neighborhood like cutting grass. I used to wash people's cars. I used to do all kind of other stuff. All kind of stuff I used to do. You know, and it just as I got older and my mind expanded, the hustle expanded.
Yeah.
To different things. So I've always been a hustler. I really just went to college and got my degree in business to sharpen my hustling skills. I never really wanted to work for anybody.
I feel that.
So I didn't, you know, it was just to sharpen me with business skills, writing business plans and attacking and being able to execute the right way.
Gotcha.
You know, yeah.
Not the wrong way. I feel
right,
that.
Right,
I feel that.
Right, because we all have a past, and I have done it the wrong way before, you know, to be 100% honest with you. So the hustle was from hustling like I said, selling candy in school and cutting yards and all that to hustling in the streets.
Right.
You know, I was in the streets for a bit. You know, different things happen. You know, I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, so I had to change my hustle. I had to change my focus.
But all of that was a learning experience regardless. Like
it was
the good and the bad.
It was the good, the bad, and the ugly. It all shapes you and develops you into the person the strong individual that you end up being. Because life, one thing we have to understand is life is from ordeal to ordeal. Nobody's life is perfect. We're going to face different things, trials and tribulations in life. And those different things just shape you and make you stronger to be able to endure the different obstacles that we're going to face in life.
Nobody's life is perfect.
Nobody's.
So all that facade stuff you be seeing on social media and whatnot.
It's all a facade.
Listen, it's all a facade. Nobody's life is perfect. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You know what I mean?
It's true.
And so that's really honestly what this podcast is about, is because it's like, we want to know.
Right.
We want to know what's the grind, what's the hustle, what is it? You know?
I always try to keep it as genuine as possible on my social media platform, showing
you definitely do.
The fitness, showing the love of the family, showing a man and his kids, you know what I mean, being there for your family, showing the travel, showing the hustle, showing the muscle, showing everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you are awesome father. Like I see your two kids. Your daughter is growing up. Yo, oh my gosh.
I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2". My baby's just a couple inches shorter than me. When she puts heels on, I'm like, yo. I'm like trying to stand on my tippy toe, like, baby, you ain't taller than me.
And she's how old?
She's 15. She just turned 15.
15.
It's crazy, 15, man. How life. I remember when she was a little peanut, and now she's way up here, a bigger peanut.
Yeah. And Cyrus is growing too.
Yeah, Titus.
I'm sorry. I said Cyrus. Titus.
Yeah, Titus is getting big.
Yes.
He's getting bigger and smarter as time goes. Playful kid, really great kid.
He's always playful, always cheesing.
Right.
Yes.
Right. He brings the kid out of me. Just this weekend, we were playing on the playground. He had me on a little spring seesaw thing. And people saw it like, man, you about to fling that boy. I'm just giving them a little experience of like, the bull riding, bronco riding we in Texas, so we got the rodeo out here.
Are you taking advantage of what the big thing here is the rodeo?
The rodeo.
Okay, so you taking advantage of that?
Oh yeah, we went last year. I took them to the Marshmallow concert. And we went to the Bun B thing, me and my sister, but the kids, that was a little too grown for them.
Right,
so
right.
I took them to the Marshmallow concert. They had a blast.
Yeah.
The food. I hate it. Because for me, like around that time of the year, I'm prepping, trying to get ready for competition. So they eating I break here and there, you know what I'm saying? But they eating everything up under the sun. I just have to pretty much watch.
Bruh, why y'all deep fry everything though?
It's a Texas thing.
That's crazy.
It's
cheesecake. I hope damn cheesecake on the
menu. I mean, they'll deep fry butter.
For what?
Because some people will eat it. Some people, anything you can think of is fried. Pretty much.
I'm gonna leave that one.
But a lot of it's good. Have you tried the fried Oreos?
I mean, yes, but that's different, like deep fried Oreos.
Right,
I hear that a lot, whatever. But I tried the deep fried Twinkies, the
pickles, they got everything.
It's
everything.
A lot.
It's a lot. They be doing the most.
That's crazy.
They doing the most.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so you as a family man, so you got two kids, two beautiful kids, but you do a lot. You're an avid traveler. You're a competitor. You are in the business of real estate in a sense, right?
Right.
I say you an actor. Because you is as well, you know what I mean? How are you able to juggle all that and still be able to be active in your kids' lives? You know what I mean?
It's hard.
Because you don't miss a beat.
It's hard, but we all have the same 24 hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
And God gives us enough, to be able to handle everything that comes your way. And I just look at things at that perspective, not like that I don't have enough time. Because if you think like that, you'll never have enough time. We never have enough time.
Yeah,
but you fit as much as you can in that day. You pray and hope that you have another day so you can just continue that journey. If you didn't get to finish it all, then you probably have another day and another day to keep. Yeah. So I just try to balance everything. And my daughter's been all over the world. When I travel and go a lot of places, she comes with me.
Yeah, she really does. And it seems like she's enjoying it as well, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's up.
She was in Ghana also.
That's right. Okay. How'd she like it?
She loved it. She loved it.
Pretty sure she was received a lot.
A big eye opener.
Spoiled rotten when with great kids.
Right. She was doing the most.
Now, for those that don't know, you are born and raised in Houston?
Born and raised.
Okay.
Born and raised. First generation.
First generation. Okay. Mm-hmm. But your family is Ghanaian and also South African.
Right. My mom's from Swaziland.
Okay.
South Africa, yeah.
And have you been, since I know you've been to Ghana now,
I
have
have.
you been to South Africa as well?
I've been there.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Both places.
Both places.
Going to Swaziland and Johannesburg, Mozambique,
Yeah.
Cape Town, all just everything out there is
supposed to be
beautiful.
in Durban later on in August.
Oh, you
so,
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's for DJing, so you know what I mean. I can get with the I'm a piano.
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah, I think you pay.
All right, so competition season's here.
We out here.
What's good? Your man's just got, he just got his W at the Arnold.
Right. Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, y'all cool?
Yeah. Me and Aaron been cool. We competed against each other back in 2021. I think that was Aaron's debut here in Houston at the Houston Tournament of Champions.
I believe so. Yes.
That was his debut. And I saw him in the back. We were talking and he lifted up his shirt. I was like, yo, you're working with something. You're working with something. But and I'm always that guy. I'm gonna give somebody a card.
I was gonna say that. So here's the thing. You've been in the game for a minute though. Like how many years?
Since like 2014.
14 years. Yeah.
2014. So it's like 9.
Okay. Because I was like, I'm right behind you. Like probably about a year or so.
Yeah.
But you've always been known, especially not just with the male competitors, but just the competitors, the judges, the promoters. You've been known as that guy that just pretty much is just a good aura to be around. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're always received well. You're always looking to extend a hand. Sure. And so whenever your name comes around in the sector, it's like, one, we know who Khali is. You know what I mean? Even if we don't know him, we know who he is. But it's just always like vibrant. Joy, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what is perceived every time your name comes about. You know what I mean? How do you receive that? Like, just knowing that that's actually what's being talked about every time you come about.
I mean, I like it. I've been okay. So, like I said, I used to be in the street. So, I've been in dark places before. You know what I mean? And to be received as a light bearer or somebody who's always on the positive. Something that you can be blessed with is joy. That's not anything anybody can give you. So people jumping in relationships, trying to find happiness in relationships and different things like that, it don't start there. It starts with yourself. It starts with your connection with your creator, your spirituality, so I have peace in all those areas. So therefore I'm blessed with joy. So it displays itself everywhere I go. I don't intentionally try to be a certain way or I don't act a certain way. I'm just me. That's my genuine self. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't let things get me down because I've seen a lot of hardships. I've seen a lot of different things in life. I've experienced a lot of different things.
But it's your choice to be happy, though.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice because we all have bills to pay. We all have different responsibilities. We all have things we have to face on a day-to-day when we get up. But how you deal with them, that's your choice. You know what I mean? The stress that comes to me on a day-to-day, I found a way that helps me mitigate my stress is through prayer and through exercise. The exercise is going to help you stay healthy. And what a lot of people don't realize is when you're doing cardio or exercising, your body's releasing endorphins and dopamines. This is like a feel-good drug within the body. Some people do drugs to get that feeling like ecstasy and MDMA, things like that. But you can naturally get that through exercise. So you don't need to take no drugs or extra enhancements or anything like that. Just go work out. Something that the medical field doesn't tell people often enough is when people are dealing with high blood pressure, hypertension, these just different illnesses and ailments. Yeah. If they just exercise, it can help mitigate a lot of that they deal with. Drinking water, exercising, it can help mitigate a lot. That exercise goes a long way. It goes further than what we actually really know.
And so in talking about that, you also coach as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure is it just athletes or lifestyle clientele?
Both. Okay. Young athletes in middle school, high school.
Okay.
Elderly. I used to work at the hospital at Methodist Hospital.
And what don't you do?
At Methodist Hospital, and it was like an obesity clinic.
Okay.
On people that had injuries and different things like that. So I was helping them to rehab themselves,
Okay.
teaching them about nutrition, helping the people get active, get to moving, obesity, losing weight, getting more healthy so they can have healthy health markers when they go to their doctor's visits and things like that.
Okay.
So just, and of course the athletes.
Right.
Athletes.
Okay.
Everyday lifestyle people, women who've had children postpartum, all that stuff, to want to get a six-pack. I help them get six-packs afterwards. And
so you just all around.
All around.
Okay.
All around.
And where can they find you as far as do you still take clientele right now?
I do. I do.
Okay.
So
do you
if
have
you
time?
So I do a mainly online coaching.
Okay. All right.
Is what I prefer to do.
Drop your handle.
I still do take personal clients on my choice, personal clients. You can find me on IG at Khali Fit, Khali _Fit Pro, KHALI _FIT PRO. I have a website also, www.khalifit.com. If you just want to go ahead and sign up and know that you want to. You have 24/7 access to me. Anybody who I've ever helped will tell you that I don't drop the ball when it comes to my people. If you need me, you're reaching out to me, I always respond fairly quick. I'm a great coach. I have a plethora of knowledge. I love for people to pick my brain. I love to teach. I have a teacher spirit. I'm very patient with people. So if you're looking for improving your lifestyle, your health, you have some body goals that you want to reach,
right,
I'm your guy. Khali Fit.
Plethora of knowledge. So that doesn't mean you're just going to be eating air and fish all day, every day.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Get jollof rice here and there. That's another thing that you're known for. Your stomach. No. I don't mean the six-pack. I mean the fact that you like to eat so much. Like, bruh, you have a vacuum. Like, you are a vacuum.
You saw when we went to the restaurant.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Afrikiko.
Yes.
And I had that wache.
Oh my God.
That whole plate, all the extra eggs.
Bro goes to Ghana one time. No, all of a sudden now that's all
Yo, I didn't leave a scrap on there, and I'm looking at your plate like,
I'm full.
You gonna finish it?
Like how?
I let you make it though. I ain't
Don't do me like that. But you're an avid traveler, and because of that, you've been exposed to a lot of cuisines, a lot of culture. You know what I mean? Right. I'm a picky eater. How is it that you just are able to just be like, I'm gonna try this. Like,
you know what? I was always intrigued by a dude that used to be on CNN, Bourdain.
Okay.
He used to travel around the world, and he used to eat everything.
Yes.
Before he passed, R.I.P. And I was just always intrigued about that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people never even get out of their city.
That's true.
And there's so much more to life than just your space, your realm, your city, your comfort zone.
That is true.
You know what I mean? So I find comfort in getting uncomfortable. It sounds weird, but I find comfort in getting uncomfortable because I'm extremely spontaneous.
You are.
You know what I mean? I may be like, pack a bag, let's go. I'll make the necessary calls and tie up the loose ends that I need to tie up and go.
Because you got like that. You just be making necessary calls. Be like, yo, I'm coming through. Whatever.
Whatever. Look, make sure this gets paid. This is that. The kids, if they're not coming, that everything is all aligned and it's all straightened and able to do what I want to do. That always to me was an ideal lifestyle. I never wanted to work the 9 to 5, be punching the clock, which I don't have anything against it.
It's just not
everybody has to do what's best for them. And when you do want to live an entrepreneur lifestyle, you have to start somewhere. You have to build that nest egg up somehow. So if you got to start working for somebody, it's okay. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
As long as you don't lose sight of your goal.
Right.
Because being uncomfortable, that actually gives you a little bit more of an insight to your own strength. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? What it is that you can and can't, endure. So.
And I just found the freedom in it. I always want financial freedom. You know what I mean? To not have to be going all over, just all around, 360. I didn't want to be stuck in one place. People are like, why you ain't open a gym? Because I didn't want to be stuck.
That was my next question.
I didn't want to be stuck at a gym. And I love all my guys who own gyms. I love y'all. I respect what y'all do. I respect the hustle. I know it's not easy. You know, there's been times where you wanted to go places and you couldn't because you had to make sure that place was open and that place was closed.
Facts.
And the business was running smoothly and successfully. It doesn't have to stay like that, but from the beginning, I believe until you get all your ducks in a row, all your people in there working, you know,
team and all that.
You got your whole team, you got to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just didn't want that. I never wanted to be in a position where I felt like I was stuck. You know what I mean? I'm about to take a trip in another month or so.
Where you going now?
I'm going to Japan, girl.
This guy.
I'm going to Japan. So you was asking about competition. So right now, I just started last week.
Prep?
Really. We prep year round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether we're on off season or we're on cutting. We try our best to eat healthy. Throw a little bit junk in here and there. Whatever. Stay training. Do a little bit of cardio here and there. So I've been consistent with doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
That's it. So I feel like I've been in prep, but my official prep, I started myself where I'm not veering off last week.
Okay.
So we're going to see what happens in the next 6 weeks.
What's going on in 6 weeks?
I need to try to do something before I take that trip. so you know, because I know, you know, when I go on that trip, I'm going to be eating.
Listen.
I want to try everything they got.
Jumping in the water and eating.
All that.
Listen.
All that. You said it right there. I'm jumping in the water. I'm going to Japan. I want to go back down to the Philippines. Okay. Last time I was out there, I was swimming with like whale sharks in the water, scuba diving deep down the bottom of the ocean with whale sharks. It was a super dope experience. You know, it's all fun, live, and dandy until a whale shark comes at you like this, right towards your face, and then swoops off at the last minute.
See, the thing is, I'm good with my hands.
What you gonna do under the water with them? You gonna dot his eye? You gonna dot Moby Dick's eye?
Right in there, like, okay. So competition season, you're trying to get something done in the next 6 weeks, because clearly you're trying to be one and done as any pro competitor.
Exactly.
You have been an Olympian how many times?
3.
3 times. Okay. And last year you sat out.
I did.
Why?
I had been prepping myself when I've been qualifying for the other Olympias.
Okay.
And last year I got some help. One of my buddies was coaching me. Mm-hmm. I decided to let him get some help from a coach. You know, try something different, see if I can change anything. And I did learn some stuff.
Okay.
From the coach. Very knowledgeable dude. But at the end of the day, I know my body.
Mm-hmm.
I know my body. He kept wanting me to get bigger and bigger. And as you watch men physique last year, it wasn't getting bigger.
No.
Guys were getting smaller.
Yeah.
And you see the example of the Olympia. Brandon brought a new package.
He did.
Brandon was big. Brandon had more muscle.
Way more muscle.
And he didn't get rewarded for it.
Yeah.
He didn't get rewarded for it. So that showed you the track of last year was not rewarding size.
And it's not so much
aesthetic.
Because most people automatically assume because of, keep that in mind, y'all, just because what you saw, you know what I'm saying, last year and the dynamic and what transpired doesn't necessarily mean that just because he wasn't rewarded, now all of a sudden he has to jump ship and go to a different division. That's not what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? They are cleaning things up. They're trying to bring it back to where it's like they want more of the aesthetics, you know what I mean, for that.
For so long, every year since back in the day when when Mark Anthony won.
What was that?
When Mark Anthony
12?
won. LeBron 12, 13? Yeah. Then Jeremy Buendia started winning. Guys were they had more like a beach body.
Beach body,
like a really great in shape surfer or dude that was at the beach. Steve Cook, all those different guys from back then. They weren't just huge, but they had a really good aesthetic look.
Yeah.
Every year since then, the sport has gotten progressively bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. And Tyler's taking a notice of it, and you know he's putting a stop to it.
Yeah.
Which is understood. I'm 6'2". I'm a taller guy, so a lot more tissue sits on my frame. I understood that as my buddy kept saying bigger, 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 but then I had to realize he has this vision of me, but I'm seeing what's going on. So I had to pull back and be like, hold on, bro, I got this. And I went to San Antonio last year. I dialed myself in for that show. After not placing as well as I wanted to at Texas Pro after he dialed me in. And I lost 8 pounds. And I came into that show.
Okay.
And the judges kept me in the middle of the whole show. But I ended up getting second place.
For San Antonio. Okay.
I was peeled. That probably was my best look ever.
Really?
But that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
When you jump on stage, you're leaving yourself subjective to other people's subjective judgment. It's the look of the day. Whoever they decide to choose, you can't argue with it. You can't fight against it. You can't cry about it.
What do you do? How do you channel that and then keep it moving after?
I mean, it's frustrating. You can't. I mean, if you are in the middle from the morning show, confirmation round, and at the night show, and then you get called for second place, it's kind of like, damn, what happened? But you just keep fighting. It's just like if you're a boxer in the ring and you know this is your fight, you feel like you can get the contender and he knocks you down one round, you don't lay down on the mat. No. And just let them get the count and lose. You get back up and you keep fighting. It's the same.
How bad do you want it?
It's the same concept with that. If you don't get the placement you want, yeah, you can be a little upset. I was in San Antonio. I went and ate my heart away. I had my customary 4 scoops of ice cream on the cone and all. I did the whole 9, and I loved every minute of it. And that made me happier. And I was like, all right, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving in. I'm gonna keep fighting.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all you can do in life. Period. Life is gonna keep always trying to knock you down. You got 2 options: lay down and give up, or get your ass back up and keep fighting.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
2 options.
Thank you.
Get your ass back up and keep fighting. Man, woman, child, whatever it is. You got another day to face, man. You got people that need your help. You can't give up on yourself, yet alone to other people.
People are watching.
So you got to get up and keep fighting.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
People are watching. You think nobody's watching. Somebody is watching you. So right. you sitting there sulking and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You being looked at.
And look, we all go through our different emotions and feelings. I felt some type of way. I was bothered. But I was like, what can I do?
Yeah.
But I'm a fighter. My whole life I grew up fighting. I was fighting in the street. I fought everywhere. I fought. So I'm a fighter. That's what I know. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give up easy. You have to I have to not be moving to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm still able to move and get up, I'm not gonna stop. That's my mindset and my mentality.
That's what's up.
That's it. So people just need to strengthen their mind. Strengthen your mind through belief in yourself and your capabilities. Oh.
I think that's the hard part.
This right here?
Power of the tongue.
You got so much power. People don't even know. We manifest everything in my life that I'm dealing with and I'm experiencing, I'm facing, I manifested it. But I was blessed. I spoke it. I wrote it. I prayed on it. I took action steps to reach it. He gave the blessing and the overflow.
It's usually like 2 ways. People either just always manifest negative thoughts or negative things to self, you know what I mean? And then expect something positive.
Right.
Or they'll manifest and then they won't take action.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
Definitely making sure that you still got to walk. You know what I'm saying? You still got to be able to put in.
You got to back up. You got to back up what you're saying. So it's an example is someone I know, an elderly couple. The woman cooks for the man. The man has high blood pressure. And the woman was like, we're praying that his blood pressure comes down. And I was like, that's good. What are y'all eating today? Oh, I'm making fried this and that and all this food. And I'm like, but you praying on it, but you're not taking the action steps to allow it to manifest itself. So it's not just about the prayer. It's not just about speaking it. You gotta apply the pressure. You gotta take the action steps to show that you really want it. How hungry are you really? You know what I mean? You want to continue to deal with this ailment? Or you want to change a few things and make yourself a little bit uncomfortable, not eating the foods that you're used to, eating a little healthier, like foods from the earth.
Yeah.
and heal what you're dealing with. So it's just mindset. We all have it in us. You just have to want it bad enough. If you want it bad enough, you're going to achieve anything you want in life. It's just a matter of time. That's it.
That's it.
As long as you don't give up.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, Khali. Speaking the truth. I love you. I appreciate you, man. No, but all right. This is a topic that everybody been wanting me to ask, and I'm gonna bring it up.
All right.
Any and everything that you're doing right now, you're competing, you're a father, you're an avid traveler,
Real estate.
We're gonna get into that. Balance. You balance with the family, balancing with relationships. Currently single, taken, mingling, don't want to be bothered.
No, I don't mind being bothered. Bother me.
Oh my God.
No, I'm not. That's to my friend out there. So yeah, I'm taking.
Okay.
I'm off market.
So stop bothering me. Okay. Bruh's taken. All right. Get about my DM and asking about homie right here. He's done. All right. Chill out. Okay. And so how are you able to balance that? I mean, that's another thing that you have to kind of like balance out.
You know,
Picking an actual
relationships are a funny thing. You know what I mean?
What you mean by that?
So a lot of us, or for the people who have been single for a bit, you know, you learn how to live life by yourself. You know what I mean? Relationship. So when you're living by yourself, you get different ways and attributes and different things about you that are great for you. You know what I mean? But when you accept somebody else and let somebody else in your life, a lot of times you got to bend some of those things. You got to shift some of those things in order to accommodate somebody else.
How hard is that?
For a lot of people, it's extremely difficult. If you're used to living life every day a certain type of way for years, that's what you're used to. If you've been putting your pants on left leg first and right leg your whole life, and I'm like, all right, now put right leg then left leg. And I'm not going to tell you anymore.
Yeah.
You're going to forget eventually put left leg on and right leg because you're used to it.
Yeah, facts.
So it takes time and it's frustrating. But if you really care about the person that you're with, you'll work on yourself. And you'll continue to work on yourself to allow this thing to work, unless you want to be by yourself again. You know what I mean? So some people are really worth fighting for, fighting over, making that change for. And once you realize that, then you'll start to try to work on yourself and change your habits and change ways. For me, it's challenging because I'm not a super emotional guy.
When it comes to food. Go ahead.
But I'm through things I've been through.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, I've been fighting my whole life.
Yeah.
You know, I've been incarcerated before, you know, in a period of my life. You know what I mean? So I've had to do different things and be emotionless. You know what I mean? To make sure I made it through situations. I was stiff enough to make it through situations that I had to deal with in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how our families from West Africa, Dad, the men out there, they will beat you all. So my dad ruled the house with an iron fist. He was very stiff, very
stern.
He was very stern, very disciplined, everything by the book. If you messed up, you know you got to pay the consequences. So that made me stronger. So I was left emotionless through certain things that I dealt with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you get beat, you know, sometimes to the point where you don't even cry no more. It's like you're changing inside. You know what I mean?
Sound comes out.
Right. It changes you. And I love my dad to death now. I love him to death. And I understand because he was raised at a boarding school. He went to Fonsa Pim.
Did he really?
My dad went to Fonsa Pim.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he was raised in a boarding school.
Look that up, y'all.
And in Ghana. And so they're used to a certain regiment.
Absolutely.
Very strict, very stringent, you know, and no veering off
at
on
all.
that.
Just right dressed.
You know what I mean? And so that's what he knew. So he did to me what he knew and what he understood. I didn't understand as a child. I'm just like, why you beating me? You know what I mean? because that's what a kid knows. But as I became a man, I understood as a man, and I knew my dad was teaching me discipline. I knew my dad was making me stronger. I didn't know at the time, but as I got older, that what he did to me then, it made me stronger.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be a pushover, and I wasn't soft, and nobody can get the best of me. Like I got jumped and all kind of stuff multiple times, and I always come out on top because a part of that strength my dad gave me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like what I said, if no matter what, you just don't lay down. You keep fighting.
Yeah.
No matter what ordeal you face in life. But on the relationship side, you just have to bend. You got to bend. You got to be understanding. You got to communicate. All the people who are like, you get upset and mad and you want to withdraw and be quiet, and there's a time for that. You know, if there's anger in the situation or tension,
yeah,
and then both people need to calm down so it doesn't progress any forward, and then come back to the round table and talk, that's okay. But just to ignore a situation happen, act like it didn't happen, walk away from it, nah, that's not good. You're sweeping stuff under the rug, and all that dirt, it doesn't disappear.
Yeah.
It doesn't disappear. It's piling up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hidden. So eventually, it's gonna all blow up from under that mat, and it's gonna cause an explosion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just the communication, bending, trying to have understanding for the next person's situation, because there's two completely different individuals that came up probably in two different places.
Yeah.
Maybe two different religions, may eat differently, may have been taught this while the other person was taught that. So you're trying to mend and mesh all this together. So you got to have understanding for the other person's thing and communicate.
So even though you're taken now, right, you have to get to that point. Nowadays, online dating, reality TV shows,
Ready to love.
okay, all these different avenues. It's a new age.
It is
new type of.
It's different.
It's definitely different. You know what I mean? And so it's just kind of like, how were you able to get to this point where, you know what I'm saying, now you got the different type of people. They say they breed it differently. You know what I mean? You got these online dating apps. Folks aren't really meeting folks. You know what I'm saying? Like at the grocery store no more. It's like you got to swipe left.
Right.
Or swipe right.
So that those things, I feel like it's more so for a quick hookup. A lot of that stuff.
Okay.
But it all depends on each individual.
Yeah.
You may not be looking for that, but a lot of people are looking for that on those sites. I feel like there's nothing like a natural meetup.
Okay.
Because if it naturally happens, then, it's not forced. And
okay, so it's not forced. So then for something like Ready to Love,
right,
wouldn't that be technically considered forced because
because everybody's on there choosing. So you're on there communicating with people. People are receiving what you're saying, and then they're making a decision whether they want to get to know you more, or whether they don't like you, don't like your attitude or anything, and want to get you off the show.
Pushing, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a choice still.
Yeah. Okay.
If enough people agree they don't like you, you're gone. If enough people agree that they do like you, then you can stay and more people get to meet you, and you decide who you vibe with, and they decide who they vibe with the best.
So it's in a sense it's still, popularity, but you're still trying to connect.
It's still natural flow. You're just being put in an environment where you're able to meet people. You know what I mean?
I see. And
then you see who you fit in with the best.
Okay.
Kind of like.
Would you do any more reality shows, like not dating, but like anything of that nature where it requires you to be on TV? Maybe just even acting.
Yeah.
That's something that you're open to?
I definitely am. I just did a promotion for Gold's Gym not too long ago.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I'm
Friendswood. Where?
So I'm one of the faces of Gold's Gym worldwide. So he
wanted to make sure he corrected me.
It's worldwide. They have a huge 100-foot billboard of me in Berlin, Germany, and just different places. It's pretty dope.
Big time.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I always just trying to elevate and grow and expand and help people. You know what I mean? If you're a problem solver, if you can help people solve problems, you'll always be needed and wanted.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Well, Khali, thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate you. Just know I will be calling you back, and you better respond.
I didn't get to tell you about the real estate. You sure? Where you?
Yo, real talk. Hold on. Let's go back. Yeah. I'm not even gonna cut that off because he's also in real estate. Real quick, kind of tell me a little bit about the real estate portion because you're not like just a realtor.
No, I'm not.
No.
I don't have a real estate license.
Okay. So what exactly do you do in real estate?
So a long time ago, or 2016, I got involved with one of the pastors from church. He was a financial pastor at church. I helped his daughter lose like 55 pounds, and she told me that her dad was looking for an investor to move in on a project with him. And I was like, tell him about me. And she did. And he called me, and to make a long story short, he told me what I need to invest. And I invested in, he started teaching me about investing with real estate.
I was about to say project. When you say project, what exactly are you talking about?
It was a fix and flip.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. The project was a fix and flip. So it was my first fix and flip. And I invested with him, and he was showing me about, the purchases of material, how to see what you need, the scope of work, just everything. I was just learning everything. And we did multiple projects after that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it allowed me to help build up a nest egg to where I could eventually walk on my own too and do it myself. And I ended up becoming a real estate investor as far as...
That's the title.
Right.
Investor. Okay.
Investor. Helping people to find a place to live. So I'm a landlord and I have tenants, basically.
Hey, tenants.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is something I feel like all people, especially, our people of color, minorities, definitely should get into is
this something that you coach on as well too? Like, is this something that you're actually giving, nowadays everybody's doing like, the seminars and whatnot on.
Right. I'm not doing any seminars or anything like that, but I do personal consulting.
Okay.
I do personal consulting on that. And people, you can email me at my last name Quartey, QUARTEY @gmail.com, or DM me on Instagram or whatever if you want.
He's responsive, you guys.
Anything about real estate. But it's
just
not
in
just
Houston?
There's so many different avenues and platforms and ways to get in. They have auctions every first, like if you just got money to sit and it's not being used or anything, like I need to do something with this money, but I don't know what. They have auctions every first Tuesday of the month at every courthouse statewide.
Ideally, what would be a good startup?
As far as what?
As far as like, money to start with, if somebody actually was looking to like do something.
Well, it depends on what avenue they want to go. So for example, if you want to do something like Airbnb, you don't necessarily have to buy a house. You can rent. So you just have to find out what the guidelines and regulations are at the property. If they allow Airbnbs, you rent an apartment, you furnish the apartment, you take your professional pictures, and you put them on Airbnb. Mm-hmm. And that can be a passive stream of income right there. Yeah, so there's so many different ways and avenues to get in. You just got to get in. That's the thing, man.
Some people just need that guidance as well too. Like, a lot of people are always so quick to be like, okay, there's so many avenues to get in. It's just like, okay, where do I start? Since there's so many avenues, like,
right.
So
there's just, like I said, there's different avenues. So if you don't have any money, you can get in a space called wholesaling.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you don't know what that is, you can look it up or YouTube or Google it. Real estate wholesaling. So you're basically playing the middleman between the home owner and the investor, whoever's going to buy the house. Gotcha. The seller and the buyer. You're playing the middle person. Okay. So all you're doing is going in, you're finding the property. So that the wholesaler's job is to find the properties, whether they're distressed or whatever they may be, before they get on the market. So you find the property, you draft a contract between you and the seller, and to be able to give you 30, maybe 45 days to sell his property. You find the buyer, and you draft a contract with the buyer that he's going to put some money down or whatever to buy this property. And you got those two contracts, and you're the middle person. You set the sales date, and bam, you make your little percentage, or you can put whatever you want. You can put $5,000 on the price, $10,000, whatever you want. Right. So say, for example, you found the house for $100,000, and you need $10,000. So you're going to tell the buyer that you're selling the house for $110,000.
Gotcha.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what y'all's contract is worth. So you'll have a closing yourself.
Right.
Where they'll cut you your check at the title company, and then the buyer will have a closing himself with the seller also. So it's just there's so many different and with that one you just need $10. When you're buying from the seller, you can do a contract and tell them you put $10 earnest money down, saying that you're going to buy this house. You're going to find a buyer for this house. You're going to buy this house or whatever. And you just find the buyer.
A man of many hats. A man of many hats, plethora of knowledge. If you want more info on competing, on wholesale real estate, on how to become an avid traveler, right? If you need coaching, if you need a trainer, if you need posing, if you need a friend, I vote Khali. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. No, seriously, for coming through. Like I said, we just getting started. So you definitely will be invited back, and you better accept because I got a lot of stuff I want to be talking about. But no, I definitely appreciate you. Once again, let them know what your handle is and where they can find you, including your website as well too.
Right. So you can find me on IG at Khali_FitPro. So that's KHALI_FITPRO. My email is kquartey, KQUARTEY@gmail. If you want to email me anything about real estate or fitness, health, traveling, whatever, you can email me. And my website is www.khalifit.com. Get with your boy.
Once again, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe all social media handles at the Muscle Hustle Podcast. Merch is coming soon, y'all. Y'all keep bothering me about this merch. I didn't think y'all was ready for this, but listen, it's coming soon.
Yeah,
it's just me, so give me time. Give me time. But yes, you know what I mean? So, keep an eye on that. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next episode next week. Peace.